You should pick up a book. You should pick up a child, fam. His mom kind of rolled her eyes and just changed the subject. Bang, 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 bang. Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to Jinx vs. Your girl Oyin. Come back again with another video, and in today's video I am going to be looking at the Reddit. Today I'm going to be looking at AITA Reddit stories, which is called Am I the... I'm just going to look at the craziest confessions on Reddit, and I'm just ready to laugh, to be honest, because I've seen a couple of these and they are wild, let me tell you. So let's get into this video, guys. Am I the hoe for leaving my boyfriend at his family party? You know I don't cuss, don't worry about it. I have been dating my fiance of 35 for 2 years, and we recently got engaged. We both agreed to be child free. I haven't met much of his family, and he claimed he didn't want to introduce me until we were serious. 2 years is serious, isn't it? Anyways, this weekend he invited me to his sister's baby welcome party, and she had the baby a few weeks ago, and this is like a party for everyone to meet the baby. Okay, everything was going fine and I was getting along well with his family. All the women in the family were taking turns dealing with the baby when he cried, and I didn't, because I have never so much as held a baby, nor did I have any idea how to calm one down. The man went outside to have cigars, and one of his cousins asked me why I wasn't helping with the baby, and I was honest that I had no baby experience. His mom laughed and said that I should learn now because she expected a lot of grandbabies, and she knows how badly my fiancé wants a big family. Mama, he said he doesn't want a family. I was surprised and told her we planned on being child free. His mom kind of rolled her eyes and just changed the subject. Bang, 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 bang. I put my fiancé aside and asked him what that was about. He said we would talk about it later, but I pressed, and he admitted that I was young and he figured I would grow out of not wanting children. Fam, that's dumb. First of all, if you want children, why would you be with someone that doesn't want children? You're expecting them to change their mind, and if they don't, it's just going to be bad in the end of the situation. Like, just find someone that wants children from the beginning. Okay, anyways, I would grow out of not wanting children. I was pissed, but didn't want to make a scene at his sister's party, so I told him I was going to go to the bathroom to cool down, but instead I just walked a few blocks away, got an Uber and went home. Did you have to though? I mean, now you seem like this rude person who doesn't say bye to the family and just leaves. I felt like that could have been handled better. You could have left with him. You could have told them you were leaving. You could have come up with an excuse. You could have lied that something was going down. You could just have given an excuse or said bye first. I think that would have been different, or would have made it like better. But anyways, he blew up my phone for being rude and leaving, and said I needed to come back and apologize. He took a serious step to introducing me to his family, and I blew it. I felt terrible, so I sent his sister a Facebook message because I didn't want her number, saying I was sorry for leaving abruptly, but I felt sick and went home. She answered a few hours later, said it was no problem, and she was happy to have met me and can't wait to get to know me better. So what I'm saying, if you had said that, or if you had sent that Facebook message while you were at the party, or told her at the party, I'm not feeling well, I have to go home, nobody's going to force you to stay. They didn't know that you and your SO just had an argument or whatever, so nobody would have even deeped it. But the fact that you left makes them know that, oh, something went wrong, and you really don't need all these people up in your business. You get what I mean? But anyways, this was yesterday, and I texted my fiance this morning that I wanted to talk about the children issue, but he sent me one text calling me immature, and I haven't heard from him since. Now I feel like I should have just stayed and held my tongue until we left, especially since his sister was so nice. I think you should have stayed. I don't think you should have stayed. I think you should have told the sister you were leaving, number one. Number two, I don't even think you should stay with this guy, because if he doesn't value your opinion to the point that he's calling you not wanting children immature, is this the kind of person you want to spend the rest of your life with? I think not. Drop the ring, come out, carry yourself to a man, or carry yourself to someone who doesn't want children as well as you. You get me? Don't wait around for somebody that's already told you. Like, he didn't even tell you. It was his family. You had to hear from his mom. So like, don't wait around for someone like that. You don't deserve that, and he really, ew. Why would he send you one text telling you immature? Get out, please, please, please. You're not you're just angry, and that's understandable. But so next story, am I the for tolerating a night out with my girlfriend? First of all, these titles, I don't know if they're clickbaity, but they always make me feel like, yes, you are, until I read the actual story. So let's just get into it. Earlier this year, I gifted my girlfriend of 33 years old. I don't know what the bracket is for, but he gifted his girlfriend tickets to a concert that she really wanted to go to, and that was this past Friday night. He's 36, she's 33, and he's not a fan of her music, not the fact that this concert was in the city, but I wanted to make it a great gift. Okay. She was elated when I told her that I bought the VIP package, meet and greet, pictures with the band, etc, etc. So last week, my girlfriend began asking if we had to get to the venue early. Being the thorough, detailed person that she is, I assured her I would check. Instead, I was too busy with work. Why didn't you just tell her to check then? If you were too busy with work, just say, I'm too busy with work, please check. It's the internet. It's not only for some people. Jesus. Anyways, why am I getting so pressed? So being honestly, it was getting a bit annoying that almost every few days she would ask. So I told her I didn't see anything while deleting a bunch of emails from the venue for concerts that I don't even care about. Why would you say that? Why? On Friday afternoon, she told me that she had tried looking things up and was only finding that the doors opened at 7. With that, I picked her up at 6 and arrived at the venue for 7. Okay? Once inside, she showed security her ticket and asked about the meet and greet. The bouncer informed us that the VIP was at 6. Why did she just find out? It would take... Anyways, I froze. Now my girlfriend turns to me asking if I received any kind of emails because the tickets were in my name. I told her that I deleted emails and she seemed to understand. I actually really enjoyed the whole time. So once her band set ended, we decided to not stay for the last band, and this is where the trouble began. It's 10 p.m. We're outside of the venue and she suggests that we go to a bar a block away and either walk or ride share. Immediately I said that there was not a chance. She mentioned that my car was in a secured lot and we wouldn't be far, but I lost my cool, which I admit was not the best way to go about things, and told her, you don't go out in the city, there's crime all over the place. Go down to a bar close by to get drinks with her man. She said, let's walk or take a ride. Ride share, I'm guessing you share the ride with people you don't know, I'm not sure. And he says, you don't do that, you know, there's a lot of crime in the city. He's worried. Okay, I guess. Okay, I don't see a problem with that yet. She responded that we were in the city. I went off how I can't stand it here. So she said that we'll just leave. No raising of her voice. She just said that she was fine with leaving. She was silent on the way back and I suggested that we go back to my place to finish out the night, and she refused. Fam, she's obviously pissed. You shouted at her in public, you're making a scene, you made her miss the meet and greet with one of my favorite bands, and now you're telling her to go back to your place. Go back to your place to do what? To stare at your face, because nothing is gonna happen, fam. Nothing. This also pissed me off because I asked what was wrong with the bar next to my apartment. She just shut that down with short responses. Overall, the night cost me over $300, and while she's saying more to me now as opposed to Friday night, she's being very distant. She told me she could live with not going to the meet and greet, except for how things turned out afterwards, and that's when disappointment truly set in. Am I the a-hole? First of all, I think you've already admitted that you could have handled the situation better. Number 2, so that's good. But why did you go for a concert that you didn't want to go for? I understand that you wanted her to feel better after her grandma died. You could just have said, oh, you and your friends that like so this, here are some tickets, you guys go have some fun. That would have equally done the cheering up for you. And then she would have come back home to meet you and you people would have had a nice time together. Well, maybe not because she's grieving, but you get what I mean. If it wasn't for you, why did you force or tolerate it? Number 2, if you're going to tolerate it, you should have tolerated it till the end. You don't need to be coming to me and telling me that I actually didn't want to do. What's the point? Because now you just made the whole night seem like it was a chore for you, like you only came out because you had to, and then that just ruins my own experience of the night. So yes, you were the a-hole, but you know that you did a-hole things, so that puts you in good light. You're a recovering a-hole. So for this story, it says, am I the a-hole for telling my best friends to stop telling me how to raise my kids? I am 45-year-old mom of a 10 and 2-year-old girls. My best friend, who is 47 years old, lives next door to us. I've been best friends with him for 20 years now, and my husband thinks of him as a brother. Okay, see, not all the best friends are doing stew. Not everybody's too savage and Wizkid. My girls love him like an uncle. Anyways, a few days ago, I took my girls to McDonald's for a happy meal. We decided to eat at home, so I sat them up at the dinner table with their food. My toddler loves throwing her food to the dogs, and she did this. I scolded her, I told her not to do that, and it could make the puppies sick. And the food was for her tummy and not the dog's. Cute. Well, my toddler started crying. My best friend then started babying her, telling her it was okay. Just basically telling her the opposite of what I just told her. First of all, best friend, listen to me. It's not your baby. It's a different thing if you're like, oh, sorry, but don't do it again, yeah? You get me? But if you're not saying sorry, don't worry, do whatever you want. You're making it seem like I'm the bad guy. And what I'm saying doesn't make sense. She's a toddler, so she's very impressionable. She's going to favor the person that is on her side. So don't do that to my kid, fam. I don't know, I'm taking all of this so personal, but anyways. I politely asked my friend to stop babying her after I scolded her, and she needs to stop throwing food or giving it to the dogs. He then tells me that what I've done can cause serious issues with her. Oh my god. She didn't even flog you. She didn't carry cane. She didn't buy cane. She didn't use 2 fingers or whatever. She just told the kid, like she told the kid off. And you're saying, anyways. He said that she would relate food with getting in trouble, and it could cause her to be anorexic when she got old. Oy vey, fam, calm the fudge. It's not that deep. I do not think it's that deep. I don't think it can ever be that deep. Don't make it that deep. Calm down. Anorexic when she get older. I told him that she was my child and I know her better than anyone, and she was crying because she can't give her food to the dogs. He told me that I needed to pick up a effing book and read up on how to raise kids. From that point on, I'm just telling you to leave my house. Like, I don't even need to have a conversation with you. I don't need to continue the friendship with you, except you eventually come back and be like, oh, what I said was effed up, I'm sorry, apologize in a grand way, and maybe then I will start thinking about forgiving you. But at that point, I'll just be like, okay, cool, yeah, bye, leave. Well, I kind of snapped. Yeah, you should have snapped. Yeah, I told him that he has zero right telling me how to raise my kids when he didn't raise his own family. He didn't raise your own kids. You should pick up a book. You should pick up a child, fam. What do you mean I should read a book when you didn't even raise your own kids? You left your kids in a different state with their mother. You refused to provide any type of financial support, and even quit a job when financial support started being garnished from his checks. Why are you friends with this person? Number one. Number two, why does this person think that he has a right to talk about kids or to even be around one? Like, people are crazy, fam. People are wild. People are hypocrites. To a point that it's actually problematic. They were taking money from your checks to pay child support. Like, I don't know the story with the kid, with his family or whatever, but he has a child somewhere, and she said you left the kids with their mother in a different state. Not that they were taking from you or nothing. So I'm just going off this story. So you know that they take money from you, you deliberately quit that job or lost that job so that they won't take money from you. Now, so you hate your own picking rich. Somebody contact say, make sure not give dog food that can make the dog sick, and the food is for her, and you're telling her that she needs to pick up a book. And I don't want to finish the story because it's just dumb. Anyways, she said, my kids are my world and I do not abuse or mistreat them in any way, but I do expect my kids to be well mannered, and they are. I'm not trying to raise spoiled little entitled a-holes. Anyway, I haven't talked to this friend in 3 or 4 days because of this. He thinks I went too far calling him out about his own parenting, but I don't think I did. I could be wrong though, but I don't feel bad about what I did, blah blah blah. You don't feel bad because you didn't do anything wrong. He's dumb. He shouldn't be calling calling you out for parenting if he didn't expect him. If he didn't want to be called out for parenting, or bad parenting, he shouldn't have called you out, or at least tried to, in a very stupid situation. Like, it was not even something that needed a calling out. So yeah, he got everything that was coming to him, and he should go and sleep, because I can't even be bothered. Don't feel bad, don't apologize. There's no need for this type of friendship in your life. Just be done and be gone. In fact, as soon as you can move out, you don't need that kind of person in your area or in your neighborhood. You're not. So guys, we've come to the end of this video, and if you enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments. And who do you think was the a-hole? Confusing people are in this life. But anyways, if you want to see another Reddit video, get this video to 50 likes and I'll do part 2. If not, get this video to 100 likes and I won't do part 2. See you next Wednesday. Bye.